A full house, JCC, for Section 3 Class A semifinal basketball between the CBA brothers of Central New York against our Watertown Cyclones, right here on the Steve Weed Network, Time Warner Channel 96. Don't go away. And we're here at JCC for the big game that everyone's been looking forward to, folks. I'm Glenn Curry for the Steve Weed Network here on Time Warner Channel 96. Behind me, both teams out on the hardwood. Right next to me, of course, the color analyst, John Murphy, that's been with me right from the beginning as far as the playoffs are concerned here in the last couple of weeks. This is an exciting game. Coming into town after the big win against Corcoran last week, CBA, in other words, the Christian Brothers, that's their name actually, from Central New York, 19-2 coming in here. I had a chance to speak with the coaches earlier, and I tell you what, John, it's going to be a big matchup.
Well, I don't know if I can take another game like we had Tuesday night with Watertown winning 75-69 over Corcoran. Tonight, 19-2. Christian Brothers Academy, led by Greg Paulitz, a sensation freshman, are going to put the heat on Watertown. Watertown should play their game smartly.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a different matchup altogether from what we saw at Corcoran. That went right down to the wire. Watertown squandered a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter, but they were really that was a fast-paced game for them, and I think they kind of got sluggish at the end of that game.
A little bit tired, Glenn, a little bit tired at the end, I believe, with Corcoran press.
And you had mentioned a couple of names there. Greg Paulus, he's an outstanding freshman. He's going to be the standout tonight, along with his brother and another man by the name of Pat Delmonico. So be on the lookout for that. It is a full house. You can't get any more packed than this. People are still coming in. We're just very glad to at least provide this coverage of this fantastic game here on the Steve Weed Network on Time Warner Channel 96. Don't go away. We're going to do a couple commercials right now. We'll be back with the opening tip-off of this great matchup right here at JCC. We'll be back.
Sale prices, discounts, markdowns, it goes on and on and on. Now, all 6 FX Caprera locations bring you the real deal. Price Cheddar. 2002 Dakota Sport, $243 a month. 2002 Ram Pickup, $308 a month. 2002 Cavalier, $11,660. 2002 S10, $11,637. Price Cheddar. At FX Caprera in Pulaski, Alexandria Bay, Carthage, and 3 locations in Watertown, including the Salmon Run Mall. FX marks the spot.
At Saboro's Family Restaurants, their mission is to provide a wholesome dining experience with top-quality food and staff that wants to exceed customers' expectations. Their vision is to continue a tradition of quality family dining at a reasonable cost in a comfortable atmosphere. Saboro's Family Restaurants value their customers and continue to be active in the community. 3 generations of families serving families. Art's Jug on Huntington Street and Saboro's Restaurant on Coffeen Street. Since 1933, Saboro's Family Restaurants, where the tradition continues.
We're the name you know and trust. When you do it yourself, you can count on us in every way. White's Lumber and Building Supplies. Quality and service since 1892. We're here helping people like you. White's Lumber and Building Supplies, helping you build to be the best.
And here it is, Section 3 Class A semifinal against Christian Brothers with Coach Adams here. And you know what? We said it the other night. It was a challenge. You said it's been a challenge all along, but the challenge is even harder against Christian Brothers tonight.
Well, you know, there's a lot of good teams in Syracuse. We're down to 4 teams right now, and any one of the 4 teams could win the whole thing. I like our chances. This is going to be a great game. I've known Buddy a long time, the coach of CBA. His kids will be ready to play. They got an excellent team. This game could go either way.
19-2 overall on their side. They got 2 guys by the name of Paulus with the last name. One of them is a freshman. He's the standout. Tell us about him.
Well, Paulus is a point guard. He controls the game. He's probably one of the top point guards in the Syracuse area as a freshman. They got him for 3 more years. And we're going to have our hands full with him. He's been averaging over 20 points a game the last 4 games, so we know we got to mark him. We got to know where he's at. Delmonico's good. They're all good shooters. You know, and that's the thing that's going to give our zone some trouble. We got to guard everybody in the zone. We got to get our hands up, and we got to get out there. If we can get the ball inside on offense, we have the advantage inside. They have the advantage outside. It's a great matchup.
going to be a fast-paced game, you're saying?
Well, we want to move at our pace. They're probably going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. We're a little bit bigger. You know, we get up and down the floor pretty well for big guys. So, it'd probably be a fast-paced game, yes.
You got a full house here, a lot of support. We wish you all the luck, Coach.
Thanks, Glenn, and thanks for everything all year long.
Thank you very much. And we're going to go to the other side to talk to the coach of CBA right after this on the Steve Wheat Network. You don't want to go away now. We'll be right back.
Sales, service, and financing. You can have it all. Just see Widrick Auto Sales, locally owned and proudly serving Northern New York for over 18 years. At Widrick's, you'll always find over 50 quality pre-owned vehicles in stock and, of course, affordably priced. Special financing is available for all civilian and military personnel. Just give us a call on the auto hotline at 788-1913 for pre-approval. Plus, Widrick's will always back up your vehicle with great service after the sale. We've got it all at Widrick Auto Sales out of Washington Street, Watertown.
It was the dawn of a new age. Man would walk on the moon and change our perceptions of the universe forever. From precise timing mechanisms to a unique clock placed in the Sea of Tranquility, NASA turned to Bulova. We were there for America's first journey out of this world, and today, we're often there when someone new comes into it. Wherever the next generations take us, America still runs on Bulova time.
Available at Waterbury Fine Jewelers.
Listen to the radio station that plays your favorite classics of yesterday, plus the best of today's music.
Magic 103.1.
Listen to Magic 103.1.
The Magic's in the mix.
And we're back, this time, of course, with the CBA coach, Buddy Walensky, 19-2. You beat Fulton to get here. Obviously, you traveled quite a bit from the Syracuse area to play our Watertown Cyclones. You got some exciting players, but what do you know about our team?
Oh, it's a great basketball team. You haven't lost to a Section 3 team in the last 2 years. The big kids inside are as good as any duo, I think, ever in high school when you got Gorman and Pond. And Pond handles the ball. I mean, that's tough for us. And then with Dante King on the outside, it's going to be tough for us because we don't match very well with you size-wise at all. You know, our big kid listed at 6'4", he's probably about 6'3". Chris Paulus might be about 6'1", so we're really getting a mismatch underneath.
Well, let me tell you, these got to be brothers. The Paulus brothers, one of which is a freshman. I saw him as a quarterback for you guys a couple of months ago against Carthage. Tremendous athlete. You got this kid for another 3 years, but look how far you got with a freshman this year and the rest of your squad.
Yeah, no question. Greg's a great player, and he's hopefully someday he'll be along the lines of a Gorman in terms of where he's going to go. But right now, you're concerned. You got a freshman that's going out to play in a very big game, so you never know what's going to happen. But he's very good. He handles the ball, and he's very unselfish.
Winning attitude down there at CBA. You've gone to this stage before. How far have you gone over? In the past?
97, we won the state championship. That was in Class C. We've been to the finals again, lower classes. We've been there 4 out of the last 5 years. So our kids are accustomed to winning. But we've never been, obviously, now you're talking upper level, and it's a whole different ballgame up here.
We wish you all the luck, and we thank you for being with us on the Steve Wheat Network tonight. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And don't go away. We're going to have the opening tip-off here at JCC for the semifinals right here in our own North Country. Watertown against CBA. Do not go away.
I'd put Bridgestone Blizzaks on my car. Blizzaks definitely make winter driving safer. Winter driving is dangerous. Icy roads, slush, snow drifts, yuck. Bridgestone scientists developed tube multi-cell rubber compound to deliver snow and ice performance without studs. I don't know how Bridgestone did it, but let me tell you, they work. They're better than studded tires. They're incredible on ice and deep snow. They're awesome. Drive safer this winter. Come see your friends at Cheney Tire and put on a set of Blizzaks.
Hi, I'm Andrea Plummer, and at Dealmaker Auto Group, we simply want to be your car company. From up here in Ogdensburg to right here in Theresa, to our 2 great locations in Watertown. We just want to serve you better. So take a look at these. Brand new Ford Rangers from 11.4. Brand new Chevy Cavaliers from 11.5. And at Dealmaker Dodge, brand new Dodge Caravans from only 15.9. So hurry into the Dealmaker store nearest you for great deals like these. Dealmaker Auto Group. Now there's an alternative.
Severance Photo has been framed. At Severance Photo, our new framing department is now open. Whether you have 8x10s, 5x7s, larger or smaller, let the professionals of Severance Photo's framing department help. See all the different styles to choose from, and at Severance Photo, we stand behind all our work. So get your special photos framed at Severance Photos' new framing department, 170 Court Street, Watertown.
Starting things out, coming on to the hardwood for CBA, number 23, Greg Paulus. That's the guy we were talking about, John Murphy.
He's a freshman sensation.
A 6'2" junior forward, number 24.
His brother, Chris Paulus, a junior. Oh, that's interesting. Usually it's the other way around, but Chris Paulus, a junior, his younger brother, Greg, the sensation. Both starters. Here's the other guy that Coach Adams talked about, Pat Delmonico. So, again, not much height, but a lot of quickness and good shooting. Pat Blaslin, a junior at 6'2". That seems to be the average height here. Tim Brown, 220-pound senior, big kid. Relatively small school. Don't know much about Christian Brothers, but it's got a tradition of winning. And I saw that in their football program against Carthage this year with Brian Hunziker. Greg Paulus was an outstanding starting quarterback, and they won that game. It's amazing to be a freshman, be a starting quarterback, and win. Number 11, Tommy Bedard. Who could forget that last play against Corcoran to force a turnover with the possession arrow? And that was incredible. Watertown walked away with a 4-point lead. Tommy O'Reilly. Now, again, you and I talked about this, John. Several of the players, including O'Reilly, a little bit outstrung this past week against Corcoran. But that's a good way to get conditions.
Oh, definitely great team players.
Dante King, the outside shooter, the other night really didn't get into his rhythm, although contributed to the win. And he certainly will be a factor tonight. Here's the power forward, Sid Pond, number 21. If Matt Gorman's not there to stuff it or to block it, Sid Pond is. And there, speak of the devil, Matt Gorman, the standout senior, number 24.
Well, did you know, Glenn, that Sid Pond's number 21, and he had 21 rebounds Tuesday night against Corcoran.
They call him the Rod Man, Sid Pond, although definitely better personality than the Rod Man we know of. But nonetheless, a rebounding sensation. And I think we're going to actually, probably going to cut away, and we'll be back with the opening tip-off here from JCC against Christian Brothers. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Whether you need an inexpensive rental car for convenience or a vehicle for the fun of it, call Rent-A-Wreck in Watertown, 788-8412.
Tiki Island, now open. The all-new Strand Theater welcomes you to our new upstairs Tiki Bar, taking you to a place long, long ago and far, far away. Tiki Island with low, low prices and an all-new safe and sound atmosphere. Always surprise specials and win prizes on the spot. Look for upcoming tribute bands impersonating Jimmy Buffett, Bob Marley, and the Beach Boys. Tiki Island on the square, downtown Watertown.
Shelby's Delicatessen offers you more than just a great lunch. Proudly serving Pepsi products, featuring on-premise bakery with homemade cookies, muffins, pastries, cakes for all occasions, and sinful cheesecakes. Fresh breads and offering old-fashioned goodness Amish deli meats by the pound. Shelby's can cater any function, large or small. Call Shelby's at 788-3321 to cater your next special event. Shelby's Delicatessen, home of the Big Sandwich and much more.
Wonderful rendition of our national anthem. More spirited now than ever before since September 11th. And I tell you what, talk about spirit, John Murphy. We couldn't get enough people into this arena. As a matter of fact, there's people outside, regrettably, that won't be able to see this game at all. But you're just moments away from the Christian Brothers basketball varsity team here for the 2002 Section 3 Class A semifinal against our Watertown Cyclone team. They just beat Corcoran the other night. Christian Brothers got here by beating Fulton. And, we'll tell you throughout the game where this might go after this. Obviously, the grid just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and the road to Manly and beyond is right around the corner. Each team does the slap of the hands to get things started here, a show of respect.
They're going to concede this jump. Their tallest man, number 44, Tim Brown, is not jumping at 6'4".
I noticed that, and that's one of the Paulus brothers right there. Advantage Watertown, just like it started against Corcoran, John Murphy. And starting things out up front is Mr. O'Reilly. Bounce pass over to Dante King. Back over to Bedard in his home number 11 uniform here at JCC, the neutral site. Watertown won that, of course, because they have the best record and the highest seed. Look at Gorman underneath. Pass to Sid Pond. It's good.
Play by Gorman.
Nice way to get started. However, fast break here shown by the Christian brothers. They're in yellow, obviously. Our Watertown Cyclones in white. Up on top, that's the guy we were talking about, Greg Paulus. Looks like he's their point guard. He's a freshman, folks.
Watertown's in his zone.
Up to the right side. That was Delmonico on the right. It's just around the world trying to penetrate underneath just like that. Oh, it's ripped out of his hand. My goodness. No foul in the play. And for whichever reason, they're getting the play-by-play from the sidelines there. Not necessary. Left side, that's Dante King. Underneath, there's a pass, but it's going to go the other way. First turnover for Watertown.
A little rusty there. Dante King on that pass to Gorman underneath on the low post.
Did Sid Pond look like he just ripped that out of the opponent's hand?
It was unbelievable.
Unreal.
I think it was Gorman that got the rebound. Or the block.
And now Christian brothers in yellow once again on their side trying to make things happen here. They're down by 2. Opening moments of this Section 3 Class A semifinal game at JCC. The neutral court. Long jumper there by Blazeland, no good. And the second effort, offensive rebound, by the way, by Christian brothers. And now it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Christian. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, it's a foul call. So the center for Christian brothers, Tim Brown, picks up his first foul. And I thought it was a jump ball situation. It was not. The first foul of the game. Now a little bit of press shown here by Christian brothers. Dante King over the left side. That's Gorman. Look where he's at. For 3, it's good.
Oh, my God. What a shot. Beautiful touch by Gorman.
So it is a 5-point lead now here with 6:30 left in the first quarter. And once again, we're going to see a lot of this going around the world here against that tough 2-3 defense that Watertown sets up. It's hard to penetrate. Outside shot could be good for 3. It is. Pat Delmonico, the senior. Kind of an echo in here. I don't know if we can deal with this. Oh, bad pass from Bedard. And it might turn over to a 2-point. Oh, no. Look at that.
Great defensive play once again by Sid Pond underneath. Watertown, another turnover.
Delmonico moved to the basket, but Sid Pond had something to say about that with the rejection. No foul in the play. Once again, the ref's letting them play, and that one's a 3-pointer. It's good by Pat Blazeland. He missed before. He's the junior. And now CBA up by 1, and the press was effective in that exchange. And now Bedard at the other side. Bounce pass. Stuff.
That'll bring the crowd down.
That's exactly what Coach Adams wants to see from his side. Teamwork, and at the end, the big guy putting it in for 2. Now, once again, the CBA team doing what we've expected them to do, trying to get the open shot, but that's bad, poor passing there.
Gorman bats it away.
O'Reilly over the other side. Quick good for 2 there. And O'Reilly is just all over the place here in the opening moments against CBA. 9-6 now. Watertown with the 3-point edge. 5:24 left in the first quarter. A lot of outside jump shots here for the CBA team. Not much penetration underneath. They're only down by 3. So far, they're doing pretty good from the outside, just like that one.
Three threes in a row by Christian Brothers Academy.
That last one by Pat Delmonico, the senior, 6'2" senior at that. And once again, although they're showing the press, they're not too proactive, although that's a bad pass from Sid Pond. You rarely see that. It was intended for Matt Gorman, goes out of bounds, yet another turnover. We're tied at 9.
And the press so far in the game, Glenn, it looks like Christian Brothers Academy is bothering Watertown quite heavily.
It is surprising to see that, because I don't see much of a major press going on here, but there's been a couple of forced turnovers as a result. We're tied at 9, and now Christian Brothers with the basketball again, taking all types of shots from the outside, 3 of which, what John Murphy just said, went in for 3. Then there's your score. And 14 seconds left in the shot clock here. And Bedard, tough defense there, but still not making any difference. Christian Brothers still with the ball with now 5 seconds in the shot clock, and there's an open shot deflected.
Sid Pond again. And we got a foul underneath with Matt Gorman getting the rebound.
It's amazing because Sid Pond deflected it, like you said, John, and Gorman took it out of the air, but there was a foul. Chris Paulus, the junior, picks up the foul in the last play for CBA. And Watertown, once again, will go up against the press. Watertown, of course, not traditionally known for a press of their own, so this is definitely going to take a lot of energy out of the CBA team. Off to the left side, that's Pond. Not a good pass. Somehow or other, Gorman got it, but there's a foul before the shot.
Number 23, maybe?
And obviously, John, you and I have talked about this before, even last year. But the starters pretty much are out on that court for a good 30, 32 minutes, and perhaps that's exactly what the other opposing teams knows. That's why they set up the press. 3-point effort is good. Matt Gorman. I mean, we know his performance underneath the basket, but even as far away from that last shot, he is an excellent outside shooter. It's now 12-9.
Matt Gorman is a fine shooter. He's got great form.
It's amazing. Once he gets that open shot, you're almost convinced that it's going to go in even before he takes it. CBA with the basketball up on top. That's Delmonico. And, again, they're trying to penetrate underneath and trying to confuse the Watertown defense here. And now they're down to 6 seconds of the shot clock. Another three-point effort. That no good. A little long. And Sid Pond takes it out of the air. Another rebound for Sid Pond.
What a vacuum cleaner Sid Pond is.
Bedard saved that one. And now Watertown finally slows it up. Dante King for the first time for three. It's good. Oh, boy, I'm sorry. It missed. Hit the front of the rim. And CBA with yet another rebound. 12-9 still. 3:21 left in the first quarter. It's a fast-paced game. Not many fouls. Blazeland back over the right side to Paulus, and that's good. Oh, sorry, that was Pat Delmonico. So Delmonico on fire here in the opening moments, and now check this out. It is 15-12 and a backcourt violation here. Looks like, let's see, one of the CBA players, number 32, Blazeland. He's got his hands up in the air like he just couldn't figure that one out, but he'll pick up the foul. That's his first. 3 fouls against CBA so far. Dante King takes the inbound. Back over to Sid Pond. And over to the right side, that's Bedard. Bedard all over the place tonight. Traditionally, we've seen in the Frontier League at least, O'Reilly as the point guard. Stuff underneath, attempt at least, around the world, but look at the tap by Sid Pond.
What a player Sid Pond is, coming out of nowhere to get that tap in.
Long transition, however, for the CBA team, and now they'll regroup and move to the basket there, and it's good, and it's going to count. He's going to go to the line. Look at that, Greg Paulus with the fancy footwork.
Dante King, I think, will receive his first foul.
So this is the guy we've been talking about. He's the freshman sensation. As mentioned, I saw him play quarterback for their team in football this past season against Carthage. First sub of the game is number 34 for CBA. That's Ben Gall, replacing 3-2. That's Pat Blazeland. That's a break for us because he's put in at least 2 threes, Blazeland has, as his other teammates have done tonight successfully from the outside. We're tied at 14, 2:36 exactly left in the first quarter. And the matchup we've been expecting. CBA against our Cyclone team. That's O'Reilly. Bounce pass underneath. Turnaround by Matt Gorman. He's fouled. Referees Mike Bransky and Bill Ryan. Mike Bransky, of course, a local. Buddy Walensky not liking that last call.
And as you can see...
wow, the center picked up his second foul, Tim Brown.
Paul Brown, he's really having his guards penetrate Pond or Gorman so far in the game. He's trying to get it down underneath. Trying to get... Christian Brothers into foul trouble.
You know, I'm sorry, I might have made a mistake on that one. Tim Brown didn't pick the foul. I think Greg Paulus did, according to the scoreboard. And Matt Gorman's first one was a lazy effort, no good. Back into the game, or for the first time tonight for CBA, is Tom Anderson replacing Chris Paulus, the junior. Gorman missed the first. The second one is up, and it's no good. Another brick. Look at that rebound by Sid Pond. He's going to put it up and off the boards, and that's no good. CBA with yet another rebound.
Reach-in foul on Sid Pond.
And Sid Pond a little frustrated there and picks up his first foul of the night. Sid Pond does. So bringing it up for CBA is, as expected, number 2-3, Greg Paulus, little freshman at 6'2", in his white and purple sneakers.
Watertown still in a 2-3 zone.
It's Ben Gall in the game, as mentioned. Kind of give and go there. 3-point effort short, and Bedard there for the rebound. That's the way the ball bounces. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of outside shots from CBA, and that's exactly what Paul Adams talked about. Pass from O'Reilly over to Sid Pond. He gives it to the big guy. The turnaround effort there by Gorman is good. Wow.
Beautiful shot by Matt Gorman once again, down in the low post.
Beautiful shot there, as John Murphy mentioned. It's now 16-15, Watertown with a 1-point edge with 1:40 left here in the first quarter at JCC. It's a packed house for Section 3 Class A semifinal basketball, and that's got to be a foul. So, it's a travel call.
Intimidation by Matt Gorman caused that traveling foul.
And that will do it. If you got Matt Gorman underneath, that would intimidate a lot of people. Dante King getting through traffic. Nice pass over to Bedard. Oh, but he loses it. Now he regains it. However, it's a turnover. And CBA, once again, on the fast transition. Off to the left side, that's Paulus. Up to the front, that's his brother Paulus, who's back in the game already. He must have sat down for less than 2 minutes. And now they'll slow it up. Paulus off to his teammate right side, that's Gall. Paulus thought about a three, instead gives it to his teammate for a three-point effort on the left side. That was taken by Delmonico, and now the loose ball is going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a turnover. Watertown will take it.
Watertown, another transition of great defense.
Sid Pond with the inbound honors, and once again, CBA showing the press. Coming into the game for CBA, number 20 for the first time tonight, T.J. Sheridan, the junior. And he's going to be replacing, check this out, is that Paulus sitting down for the moment? Yes, it is. Greg Paulus does sit down. Long, the alley-oop attempt is good.
Oh, what a play from Gerard to Matt Gorman for the alley-oop.
Just noticing who stepped out for the moment, and I see this long pass over to the big guy, Matt Gorman, and he stuffed it. It's now 18-15, a three-point edge for Watertown, their biggest of the game. Now, once again, around the world, open man there, but he doesn't take the shot for CBA. Now he needs help, gets the bounce pass over to 2-4, that's Paulus. His brother, as mentioned back in the game, Greg Paulus is freshman out of the game, and look at that move to the basket.
Great shot.
Pat Delmonico. He got someone hit him in the head with an elbow as he took the shot, but it went in. They're down now by one, and another turnover. Dante King sloppy with the basketball, but it's going to remain Watertown ball. Chance to talk about our sponsors here: Arts Jug, FX Caprera, White Slumber, Big Apple Music, Allstate Insurance. Of course, Nancy McCabe, Allstate Insurance, Cheney Tire, Shelby's Deli, Widrick Auto, and Rent-A-Wreck. We also have other sponsors, including Thousand Islands Internet, AAA Travel, and Severance Photo. And, of course, who could forget Stratton Hardware, located right across the street from Watertown High. All proud sponsors of tonight's action, and from this point on for the Watertown Cyclones. Left side. That was Bedard. And now O'Reilly for three. No good. Not a good shot. And once again, another rebound. We've seen a lot of them from the Christian brothers tonight. And now they have the basketball. Shot attempt there by three.
Blocked by Gorman.
Was blocked by Gorman, as John Murphy said, but it was taken by Anderson. And that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, it's Watertown 18, Christian Brothers 17. And we'll be back with the beginning of the second quarter on the Steve Weed Network right after this.
Sale prices, discounts, markdowns, it goes on and on and on. Now, all 6 FX Caprera locations bring you the real deal. Price Cheddar. 2002 Dakota Sport, $243 a month. 2002 Ram Pickup, $308 a month. 2002 Cavalier, $11,660. 2002 S10, $11,637. Price Cheddar. At FX Caprera in Pulaski, Alexandria Bay, Carthage, and 3 locations in Watertown, including the Salmon Run Mall. FX marks the spot.
It was the first truly modern war. Victory depended on precise timing, knowing when to send the troops rushing in to fight and when to pull them back. So it was no surprise during World War II that the U.S. Armed Forces relied on Bulova. Today, Bulova is still helping Americans move their troops into the field on time. And though the battles have changed, America still runs on Bulova time.
Available at Waterbury Fine Jewelers.
Wow, just like we were saying in the break, during the break, that was a quick first quarter. And both Mike Bransky and Bill Ryan, by the way, Bill Ryan, a Syracuse referee up for tonight's action, an alternate, a friend of yours, I believe, John Murphy. And yes, John Murphy does have friends. Chris Kamide, the alternate referee tonight. We mentioned our sponsors. It deserves to be mentioned again. Stratton Hardware, Thousand Islands Internet, the home of Bart Bonner, where you can get internet dial-up service for as low as $14.95 a month. Call them up at 788-1000. Easy phone number. Well, let's see. Right in front of us here is one of the Paulus brothers. That was Chris, and he hands it over to Greg Paulus, who's back in the game, starting things here in the second quarter. Watertown up by 1. It's a tight game, and I think it's going to be tight throughout. We'll have to see which team is more conditioned and who gets the better performance from the outside. Right now, up and through this juncture, CBA's been doing exactly what you've been seeing right here. A lot of outside shots, not many moves to the basket. If they see it, they'll try. But again, against Matt Gorman and Sid Pond, it's pretty tough. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Paulus, he makes the move, gets through traffic, too many picks. Nice pass underneath, and look at that effort. It's good. Right over to, let's see, I believe 2-4 took that. Chris Paulus, his brother. So now Dante King now has the basketball. Left side, wide open shot from Matt Gorman. Oh, hit the back of the rim, and once again. Wow.
Touch foul there. I wouldn't have called that.
Bill Ryan, the Syracuse referee, called it on Bedard there. So Tom Bedard will pick up his first foul of the game. And you know what concerns me, John, here in the first half? A lot of rebounds after the shot from Watertown by CBA. Maybe they can do something about that from this point on.
The CBA has worked the ball very well so far against this 2-3 zone of Watertown, and their shooting has been spectacular.
And again, this is what we expected to see, and they're going to make a move like that. But look at that. That's what and they ran and got the ball. And not a heads-up play, if I might say, from the Watertown side, allowing that to happen. But number 2-4 right there on your screen, Chris Paulus saw the loose ball and went for it. Now CBA still maintains 11 seconds on the shot clock. And but not a good pass there, but saved once again by TJ Sheridan. And that's Greg Paulus for three. It's no good. Rebound. Let's see who's going to get it. Once again, a man in yellow. And it's going to be, number 2-0. That's Sheridan. It's in the game here in the second quarter. 6:36 left in the first half. Bounce pass left side, and he's going to take it himself. Almost blocked by Matt Gorman, but the shot was too long. A little intimidation factor there. I believe Chris Paulus took it. And now with the basketball is Tommy O'Reilly. Guarded there by 2-0 Sheridan. Tommy O'Reilly. Nice pass over to Dante King. He gives it back to Sid Pond underneath. That's the move over. And overboard by Matt Gorman is good.
Another assist from Sid Pond to Matt Gorman underneath. And that's what Watertown's going to try to do, is penetrate inside.
They love the left side when they make that move to the center man, and that's exactly what they did. Up into the top, that was Paulus. That's Paulus right there. A lot of give and go here. Bounce pass over to Chris Paulus, and now Greg Paulus takes it for three, and it's good. Well, that's what we heard.
Later in the game, you never know, this might force Watertown to come out into a man-to-man to pick up these guards a little bit, stay closer to them.
You're absolutely right. Sid Pond now, they're down by 2. Gorman underneath, it's too easy. In my opinion, especially, watching a play like that, it looks like that has to be the game plan. Get it high, get it to the big guy, and if he can't perform or get the rebound, Sid Pond can make the move inside. And if Dante King's open, let him take the shot. Let him get in his rhythm. So far, we haven't seen much from Dante King. It's 22-all, the score. And now a move underneath. And that's what you don't want. And almost a foul there by Matt Gorman. But instead, Greg Paulus. I'm sorry, Anderson picked up the shot there. Well, there is no Anderson here. Well, anyway. I'm sorry, Tom Anderson got the 2. And the first three-pointer from our Dante King. And, it hit the rim and went up and didn't want to go in.
Once again, Pond or Gorman were not underneath the basket.
There's a move. Rebound. That was Paulus. Thought about a shot. Now he'll take it for 3. It's good.
Oh, he's on fire.
Yeah. Reggie Miller here. Ironically, it's a yellow uniform, too. 27-22, the largest lead of the game. Dante King, almost a reach-in foul there by Paulus. And a pass off to the right side by Pond, and he's going to step out of bounds.
Sorry. It's going to be a foul on number 24.
Chris Paulus, the junior, will pick up his second foul. So, based on my data, Watertown only with 2 fouls. Bedard and Sid Pond. Greg Paulus has 1. Chris Paulus has 2. Inbound pass successful over the Matt Gorman. He makes the move, and he's fouled once again.
Christian Brothers playing a real tough bump-and-run man-to-man defense.
The fans from the Christian Brothers side not happy with that call. It did come from the Syracuse referee, so it wasn't a neutral call. And back in the game, let's see, number 4-4, Tim Brown. He's the center. He's got 2 fouls. This is the fresh legs we were talking about, John. Pat Delmonico back in.
Maybe this means that now CBA is going to go into a full-court press.
Sheridan stepped out for the moment. And at the line, our own Matt Gorman, his team down by 5. 4:38 left in the second quarter, and it's up, and the 1-and-1 is good. So he'll remain there to do it again. Packed house here at JCC. Cheerleaders from both squads here tonight. I couldn't really understand that, John, but I guess that's part of the team's spirit. Second one is good.
Watertown down by 3 with 4:37 to go in the second.
Right side for his Christian Brothers, that was Delmonico, and now Paulus up on top once again. Delmonico right side. Back to Paulus. He thought about a 3. Gives it to Delmonico. Guarded there by Dante King. Still looking for the open lane. Not getting it. And just a lot of this. You can see Bedard and O'Reilly just, almost tempting them to take the shot. Look at that pick set up there, and it's a shot attempt is no good. The pick was set up by Anderson, but now it's a fast transition. Nope, they'll slow it down. Some yells from the crowd, and there's the big guy, Matt Gorman. Loses the basketball, however. It's a turnover. Now fast transition here by CBA. Paulus makes a move, and nice layup attempt is good. So it's 29-24, a 5-point lead, and Watertown will try to regroup again. CBA not showing the backcourt press. Bedard. And look at both Sid Pond and Gorman just chomping at the bit. O'Reilly for 3, not even close. Maybe they should just eliminate that outside shooting just for the moment. A fast break. The other side is blocked, but it went in anyway. By number 2-3. Who else? Greg Paulus. Paulus has got 15 points. It's 31-24. 3:30 left here in the first half. Dante King with the basketball. Over to Bedard. And, boy, look at that. Nice pass underneath. It's good to Gorman. We got to see more of that. Not to be anxious here as an announcer, but it seems like that has been the easiest way to score points. Watertown down by 5. The ball goes out of bounds and kind of trickles into the crowd.
Well, so far, Christian Brothers is very patient on offense, passing and getting the open shot. And then when they get to run, they can run, as we've seen with Craig Paulus. 2 quick layups in a row.
If they see the opportunity, they'll take it. And that's exactly what they've done here in the first half. They have the lead by 5, and they have the basketball. Quick note on our sponsors, Stratton Hardware, Thousand Islands Internet, AAA Travel, located on out of Washington Street. And, of course, the fine people that have been advertising with our friend Steve Weed, Arch Jug, FX Caprera, White Slumber, Big Apple, and Allstate Insurance by Nancy McCabe and out of Washington Street. CBA basketball, Paulus casually gives it over to Delmonico. Back to Paulus for 3 again. It's no good. Rebound. Someone's got to get it. Someone's got to react. And then somehow the ball bounced right into Dante King's hands. Sid Pond on the right side gets it for the
there
stuff. That's what we got to see. One pass to another, and the big guy at the end was Matt Gorman for the stuff. Now Watertown down by 3. 2:36 left here in the second quarter. And for whichever reason, CBA, I guess, conserving some strength, not as fast-paced as were before. Almost a walk there by Tom Anderson. And on the top, that's once again Delmonico moving around. Delmonico will take it for 3, and that's no good. Loose ball here. Who's going to get it? It's coming right at us. Dante King. Nice pass over to Sid Pond's going to stuff it. Oh, he loses it at the end. Goes out of bounds off, I guess, one of the CBA players.
Oh, that was great hustle by freshman Greg Paulus to steal the ball out of Sid Pond when he was going in for a layup. A good defensive play, but Watertown will have the ball.
Well, there's a timeout called by Coach Adams here with 2:14 left. And I tell you what, you don't want to walk away from this one, folks. We'll be back. Watertown, as mentioned, down by 3 on the Steve Wee Network. We'll be back after this.
Sales, service, and financing. You can have it all. Just see Widrick Auto Sales, locally owned and proudly serving Northern New York for over 18 years. At Widrick's, you'll always find over 50 quality pre-owned vehicles in stock and, of course, affordably priced. Special financing is available for all civilian and military personnel. Just give us a call on the auto hotline at 788-1913 for pre-approval. Plus, Widrick's will always back up your vehicle with great service after the sale. We've got it all at Widrick Auto Sales out of Washington Street, Watertown.
Renzi Brothers invites you to these fine establishments.
The Saboro Family Restaurants, 3 generations of families serving families. Saboro's Family Restaurants are the proud recipients of the 1998 New York Beef Backer Award, recognizing them for their commitment to serving only top quality beef specials. The Saboro Family Restaurants continue to carry on their family tradition that allows them to remain competitive, community involved, and a local family restaurant where generations will continue to gather. Saboro's Family Restaurant, where the tradition continues.
And we're back. Thousand Islands Internet, Stratton Hardware, AAA Travel. Am I forgetting anyone here? I know I'm forgetting somebody. Isn't this awful? Like, where's my list? We got so many sponsors here. I'm just caught up in the game, and why not? Watertown down by 3. And you and I talked about it, John. We're wondering if we can just see more activity. Now, no one on the Watertown side with any type of foul troubles here in the first half.
No, that means that I don't think they've been too aggressive. They've been giving a lot of outside shots.
And that's a good point. But it still helps at this juncture, and hopefully they can maintain that. But they must get the open shots underneath to the big guy, and that's what they're doing right now. Matt Gorman once again with another, and he's fouled. So,
what a combination from Sid Pond to Matt Gorman. Glenn, how many times have you seen that play?
I don't know, but a little chatter on the court, and very intimidating when you get the 2 towers like that. Such a combination.
I think Greg Paulus got an elbow on top of the head. And he's a little upset about it. It only hurts for a little bit, buddy.
Yeah, it only hurts for a little bit, but, you could get a technical if you react that way. I know you're a sensational player, but this is still high school basketball. Gorman to convert. It's in and out. And CBA once again with another rebound and the fast transition here. Actually, they'll slow it up. And
Watertown missed a great time to tie the game.
Paulus at the top. It's a good field operator up there. You can see everything, just like a quarterback like he is. There's a move underneath, and blocked. No foul on the play. And wow, wait a minute. They're looking for a foul. They're not going to get it. And Dante King in the fast break gives it up to Bedard. And Bedard in turn gives it up to, let's see, now all blocked. Sid Pond for the 2. No good. Hit the back. Gets his own rebound. It's good.
Sid Pond once again does it all.
So Watertown was down by 5. Now they're up by 1 with 1:28 and both coaches yelling commands from the side court here at JCC. It's a packed house for the Section 3 Class A semifinal. CBA beat Fulton to get here. Our Watertown Cyclones beat Corcoran the other night at their own home.
Oh, blocked by Matt Gorman.
Tom Anderson put it up, but blocked by Gorman, and now there's a loose ball.
Kick ball.
And a little soccer action happening here. By the way, Coach Buddy Walensky, if you could see him, he's also assistant coach. Wait a minute, there is no assistant coach listed here. Well, he's got several coaches. We can reassure you of that. There's a timeout in the action, but you know what, Steve? Let's keep it here and just talk about what's been going on in Section 3 and all the other interesting stuff here in the Frontier League in the North Country. As everyone knows, our Watertown High School boys went 21-0. They are the top seed and defending champions in Class A. And they're meeting the number 4 seed Christian Brothers Academy, 20-2 on the season. And they're playing tonight, obviously, here at JCC. Looking at the other classes here in the North Country, Class D girls semifinals. Let's see, we're going to be looking at Copenhagen against Carthage. At Carthage, rather. Copenhagen plays Rome Catholic. And other games this weekend, Immaculate Heart versus number 5 Sackett's Harbor. That's for the girls. The boys semifinals, General Brown 16-5, an outstanding year this year. The number 2 seed class in Class C1 plays number 3 Cooperstown 15-6. So we wish all these teams, obviously, all the luck here in the Frontier League for these semifinal games in the North Country. Obviously, the attraction or the star attraction up north is our Watertown Cyclone team.
Oh, look at this. Christian Brothers is now in a zone.
Shot attempt once again by O'Reilly. That one's for 3.
One.
You know, I was questioning why there was outside shooting earlier by O'Reilly and Bedard, but you know what? When you shut up when you see a shot like that. Now it's 35-31. Watertown with a 4-point lead. 46 seconds left here in the second quarter. CBA with a lot of motivational moves here, getting the ball around from one left side to the other. And just looking for the open shot, and it's been successful. However, in the last 4 minutes, they've lost the lead against our Cyclone team. Now a baseline move underneath, and can he get... Oh, block! Oh. But Dante King's going to pick up a foul, and Mike Bransky with the call. We haven't seen much of it. You knew it was bound to happen. It's just amazing that CBA has the ability to even get underneath as quickly, as easily as they have in any given case. But a lot of shots have been blocked. That last one wasn't necessarily blocked. Delmonico at the line because he was hit in the hand by Dante King.
Well, they say that Matt Gorman got the body on him. And so Matt Gorman was called with a foul.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
But Dante, you're right. He had a good block.
So Dante is not the guilty one, and the second attempt is in and out. That last shot was taken by Delmonico. First one went in. It's now 35-32. We know that, PA announcer. 20 seconds left in the half.
Christian Brothers back into a man-to-man now.
I can see that now. Let's see, O'Reilly looking to set things up. Oh, nice pass. Oh, and he lost it.
We got a hacking foul.
Looks like it might go against Anderson. We'll have to see the call. Pat Blaslin, that's his second. I thought it could have went against Anderson. Regardless, Gorman at the line. 11 seconds left. Watertown up by 3. He's shooting 2. Is it 1-1?
Yes.
It is a 1-1. The first one's good. And really, I mean, granted, it's been a fast-paced quarter, or rather half, and a good reason for that is because there really haven't been that many fouls.
Well, watch this next play. If it goes in, it didn't go in. But here they're going to move up the ball quick.
This is what we've been seeing on the fast transition. 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
Got him.
That's Paulus at the top, scrambling. Left side is going to take it for 3. No. 1 second. Someone's got to. They didn't even manage to do that.
Great defense by Watertown High to go into half. 36-32.
Wow. That's a good way to go into the locker room with knowing that their only opportunity with 10 full seconds left didn't get anywhere. So that's a good momentum push for the beginning of the third quarter. And we'll be back with the beginning of the third quarter and all the first half statistics here on this network right after these messages. Don't go away.
We're the name you know and trust. When you do it yourself, you can count on us in every way. Why, it's lumber and building supplies. Quality and service since 1892. We're here helping people like you. White's Lumber and Building Supplies, helping you build to be the best.
Renzi Brothers invites you to these fine establishments.
The Saboro Family Restaurants, 3 generations of families serving families. Saboro's Family Restaurants are the proud recipients of the 1998 New York Beef Backer Award, recognizing them for their commitment to serving only top-quality beef specials. The Saboro Family Restaurants continue to carry on their family tradition that allows them to remain competitive, community-involved, and a local family restaurant where generations will continue to gather. Saboro's Family Restaurant, where the tradition continues.
Are you looking for a good place to service your car? Cheney Tire has been servicing cars since 1954. Our mechanics have been with us an average of 15 years. Winter brings out the worst in a car. We can tune it up for better gas mileage and smoother running. Align it so it drives nice and straight. Repair your brakes. Stopping is a good thing. And of course, install new tires for safer winter driving. Our auto service carries a minimum 12-month warranty and it's nationwide. We do it all at Cheney Tire, and we'd like to do it for you.
Hi, I'm Andrea Plummer, and at Dealmaker Auto Group, we simply want to be your car company. From up here in Ogdensburg to right here in Theresa, to our 2 great locations in Watertown, we just want to serve you better. So take a look at these. Brand new Ford Rangers from 11.4, brand new Chevy Cavaliers from 11.5, and at Dealmaker Dodge, brand new Dodge Caravans from only 15.9. So hurry into the Dealmaker store nearest you for great deals like these. Dealmaker Auto Group. Now there's an alternative.
And we're back with great anticipation. Just a quick breakdown here for CBA in the first half. Greg Paulus, 13 points. Delmonico, 12. Blaisland, 3. Anderson, 2. Ben Gall, 2. With a total of 32. For Watertown, Bedard, actually none. Tommy O'Reilly, 5. Sid Pond, 6. And Matt Gorman, 25 points, 36-32. There's your score. And really, in Watertown, not really in any type of foul trouble. O'Reilly starting things off. Obviously, Watertown on the right side. Dante King for 3. It's a little long. Once again, another CBA rebound on the other side. And look at this nice bounce pass to the big guy, Tim Brown. Now, 3-point effort is good. Oh, look out.
We got a foul, I believe, underneath on number 24.
Shot missed. I'm sorry. I was looking at the player fall down, and now it's a foul. Matt Gorman picks up the foul. Just, I guess, kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. No.
They've number
CBA. I was going to say, how did that happen? Chris Paulus picks up his 3rd foul. That's a big factor right there, John Murphy. And look at this. O'Reilly bounce pass over the left side. Gorman! Unbelievable. And this is a good time to start racking up the points because I think CBA is still bewildered over that last call. But nonetheless, they're down 38-32. 3-point effort there, no good. That was taken by Brown.
Great rebound by King.
Now, finally, look at this. Bedard gets the ball. Will he take a shot? No, he gives it up to Gorman for 2. It's no good. Short. Rebound, once again, CBA. And bringing it up for them, who else? Greg Paulus in the fast transition. Left side over to his teammate, Blaisland. No good. Loose ball here. Another CBA rebound. That's blocked, but you know what? Someone at Watertown's going to pick up the foul.
It looks like it's going to be on Matt Gorman, number 24 for Watertown, and that was just self-defense foul.
You're absolutely right. Gorman. All right, well, Gorman picks up his 2nd foul. I didn't catch the first foul he had in the first half. Nonetheless, 2 fouls for Gorman. First one's good by Delmonico, who's at the line shooting 2.
And if Delmonico makes this, it's guaranteed they're going to come back in a strong man-to-man press.
This is the both of them good. This is the Section 3 Class A semifinal here. Watertown Cyclones against CBA. Look at this press once again by CBA in the second half here. And Watertown gets around it, but it was pretty tight. O'Reilly behind the back, guarded there by 3-0. That's Delmonico. Nice pass underneath. Who else? Gorman off the boards. He missed it. Gets his own rebound and loose ball. Should have been a travel call, but nonetheless, putting it in for the second effort. It's good.
Great second effort by Matt Gorman, the senior for Watertown.
Up on top, that's Paulus. Back over to Blaisland. This is where they get dangerous when they try to make that baseline move. Now Blaisland dishes it out back over to Paulus.
And that's where they're trying to keep Paulus is way out at half court.
Not a bad place to keep him. Now it looks almost a setup, a trap to the left side. That's Brown. He'll make the baseline move, gives it up.
There it is.
Now 3-point effort. We've been talking about it, and it's in and out. That one taken by the freshman, Greg Paulus. And that's what they do. They try to make the shots underneath, and if that doesn't work, they dish it out to the 3-point specialist, Greg Paulus. It didn't work there. CBA down by 6. 6:04 left here in the third quarter. Dante King Back out to, my goodness, look what Don, look
There we
what,
go.
Look at that. Roll reversal there.
Boy, do they compliment each other. Matt Gorman to Sid Pond once again.
It's usually the other way around, but Matt Gorman in three-point land with the assist on that one. Sid Pond put it in for two. It's 42-34. Largest lead of the game for either side. Three-point effort is good. Wow.
Just like that.
Pat Delmonico for three on that last one. So it's 42-37, back to a 5-point edge for the Cyclones. This is where it gets crucial. Well, everything from this point on, obviously crucial. Turnaround effort, no good. Oh, my goodness, it almost had a chance. And Sid Pond gets the loose ball, and he's fouled, and he's,
Oh, they're going to call a charge on Sid Pond? I don't believe it.
Bill Ryan, the Syracuse referee, with the call, and the crowd doesn't like it. And, you know, I don't either. I didn't see it.
That's 2 fouls so far in this quarter by Matt Gorman and Sid Pond that were controversial.
So Sid Pond now has 2 fouls. CBA with the basketball. People still filtering in here after halftime. Where have you been? And once again, Paulus loves that right side. He gives it over to Delmonico for 3. No good. Once again, CBA gets another offensive rebound. That one no good. And finally, Sid Pond there to bring it down. Dante King running into traffic. That should have been a foul, but it wasn't called. And O'Reilly now will bring it up for the Cyclones.
Oh, you're right. Greg Paulus should have been called for a foul.
Turnaround by Sid Pond. Good. 44-37.
Boy, is this tempo fast, Glenn.
Anderson in the game. That's him all on the left side. He gives it up, however, to Blaisland. Bounce pass underneath. And now, once again, look at this for 3.
Whoa.
My goodness. Greg Paulus had 13 in the first. That's his first 3 here in the, I believe, in the second half. 44-40. And O'Reilly getting around traffic, finally, over the timeline, over to Bedard. And look at that.
There we go. Paulus with a foul. It's about time they call it on him.
You know, I have to admit, Paulus is an outstanding player, but he's a bit of a whiner tonight.
Yeah.
That was an obvious foul.
Well, he's been banging pretty hard with O'Reilly the whole game.
He's definitely a competitor. He's a great player, but he's got to look out for the temperament. Nonetheless, Watertown still keeps the ball. Paulus picks up the foul. Bedard over to Gorman. Gorman is double-teamed. Bedard now all by himself for 3. Oh, just short. Loose ball. Look out. CBA brings it down and up once again. Greg Paulus looking for the open man. Now slows things up.
They're going to have to really put a man on Paulus, it seems.
Bounce pass right side. And now we'll move to the basket.
Okay, Watertown has the steal.
They got to take advantage of that. It was a bad pass there. Bedard took it. Now O'Reilly thought about a 3. Gives it to Sid Pond for a quick jumper. It's good.
Great basketball. Nice pass from O'Reilly to Sid Pond.
46-40. Look out. Tom Bedard is all over the place. He almost jumped on our laps here. Now he's going to block. Oh, I thought he was going to block the shot there. Not a good pass there, but CBA maintains. And Paulus will slow things up. And he takes a timeout.
Smart timeout called by Christian Brothers Academy.
Christian Brothers Academy, of course, in town playing our Cyclones here for Section 3 Class A semifinal basketball at JCC. They're down by 6. We're going to break away from the action here on the Steve Wee Network. We'll be back right after this.
Right now, at FX Caprera Kia in Watertown, you can buy a brand new car loaded with options for under $10,000. Brand new Kias at used car prices. Buy new 4-door Kia Rios loaded at just $99.98. New loaded Kia Sportage 4x4s only $16,995. Or up to $3,000 cash back on select Kias. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile long-haul warranty. Remember, brand new Kias at used car prices at FX Caprera Kia on Outer Washington and Watertown, where FX marks the spot.
And we're back. The men in yellow, the brothers of CBA, back out on the hardwood. Followed by our Watertown Cyclones in white, gold, and purple. So we basically have, kind of the same color scheme in a way. They got purple trim, too. The coach, Walensky's got a purple blazer. He did earlier.
Watertown looks like they're in a 1-2-2 zone.
Left side, that's Blaisland. Everyone's got the buzz cut, it seems, at least most of the CBA players. Turnaround there by Gale is blocked. And bringing it down to Sid Pond. Fast transition here. Not a good pass, and it's going to go out of bounds off one of the CBA players. O'Reilly, a smart play by letting it go out, giving everyone a breather. Sponsors, of course, Severance Photo, AAA Travel, Stratton Hardware, Thousand Islands Internet, and Party Rentals. Party Rentals on the north side for all your party needs, especially for graduating season and for all your wedding necessities. Party Rentals.
2 bad passes in a row by Watertown.
Watertown still maintains, however. 28 on the shot clock. Bedard with the inbound. Gets it to the... Oh, not... Wow, somehow the Gorman took it out of the sky. One-hander! Oh, no good. Rebound, however, by CBA. That was Paulus. Now it's a fast transition from them. That's Greg Paulus, the freshman. Back out front, that's Ben Gall, the junior, 6'3". I'm sorry, Paulus with the basketball now. Blazeland. And almost a foul there by Bedard. No one in foul trouble. Sid Pond has 2. So does Gorman. 2:45 left in the third quarter. And look at that, another foul. Tommy O'Reilly did the smart play there. He slowed things up, and now he's got to go over half court. He does. Guarded there by Greg Paulus. O'Reilly now. This is the way to play. Eat the clock and set up the shot. And get that man underneath. Sid Pond, turn around. It's good.
What a... That's well-coached basketball there, Glenn. Pond hitting from the high post.
48-40. Look at that. Bedard guarding. Real tight there. And Brown thought about it, turned around, didn't even take it. Now there's not much movement from the CBA players. They're just basically stationary. Perhaps they're tired.
O'Reilly doesn't want that Paulus to shoot. It's obvious.
Brown's going to set up some type of pick. Paulus for 3. Big bouncer there. Who's going to get it? And it's going to go the other way.
Watertown will get it. Sid Pond. Making it all happen there underneath.
So back in the game for CBA, 3-3. That's Anderson. And I didn't see who stepped out. I believe it was Chris Paulus, the junior, because he's not on the court currently. Backcourt press here. They do need help. And Dante King with the... Oh, nice pass over to Tommy O'Reilly. It's up. Oh, had a chance. And Dante King with his 3rd effort, 4th effort, and that doesn't go in, but he's fouled.
He's fouled. What an effort by Dante King. There's a lid on that hoop.
There really is, and we're so used to seeing the CBA players with the rebounds on both sides of the court tonight, but 4 efforts by Dante King before he was fouled. And he's at the line.
Big foul shots here.
First one is no good. Big-time brick. Foul shooting so crucial in any game, at any level.
Well, you figure foul shooting is usually 25% of your score.
Delmonico is back in the game replacing Blazeland. Second one good by Dante King. Haven't seen much of King tonight, but he put 1 of 2 in there now. It's 49-40, 1:43 left in the third quarter. Fast game, John.
Oh, yeah. Watertown has their biggest lead of the night at 9.
That's Brown. Dishes it back out for 3, and it's no good. And look at this. CBA, once again, with a lot of opportunities for the rebound, not to mention getting the rebound. Wow, Dante King just swatted the ball.
Absolutely right, Glenn.
Should have been a foul, but it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with CBA. They'll keep it. So with the inbound for CBA, 3-0 Delmonico. And he finds Brown. Brown, wow, open shot. Take it there, Ben Gall. He doesn't. Now he thinks about it. And Brown, turnaround. It's no good. Look at that defensive play by Gorman. Not only gets the rebound, but gives it to Bedard, who in turn gives it to O'Reilly. And now O'Reilly over here midcourt right now. Bad pass, but Bedard saves it. Look at Gorman pushed all over the place. That's got to be a foul. They didn't call it.
Nope.
Tim Brown pushed Matt Gorman. You know, Matt Gorman is going to have a word or two to say to Mr. Brown there. He knows he got away with it. Watertown's still up, but they don't have the basketball after that last transition. So CBA will try to make something happen here. And not a good pass there, but they maintain. That's Delmonico. Almost walks. Not a good pass. Up in the air, Delmonico saves it. Now, baseline move, and...
Oh, they're going to get a Gorman with a foul.
Wow, that's going to be his 3rd foul if it's Gorman's. And let's see. 2-4. That's his 3rd. 3rd foul with 48 seconds left in the third quarter. You know,
I kind of put Gorman on the bench right now.
No one coming. As a matter of fact, no subs have come into the game for Watertown. Now Coach Adams yelling some type of instructions from the side court.
Because he doesn't want Matt to get in further trouble, so you might be talking to Matt.
Both are good, 49-42.
Maybe Watertown's playing for the last shot.
Not much of a press here. Now Sid Pond, yeah, you're probably right. Well, there's a little difference in the shot clock, perhaps by a good margin. So O'Reilly with the basketball. He scrambles, looks for help, gets it from Pond. Nice pass underneath to Gorman. Turnaround off the boards. Not a good shot. It's a bad situation here. 49-42. Fast break at the other side. Sid Pond there at the right place, right time. Loses the basketball, however. They scramble. It's still a loose ball. CBA's got it, but they give it up to O'Reilly. Fast transition.
Here we go.
Gorman.
Oh, that's got to be a blocking foul. And that foul will go against Christian Brothers Academy.
Tim Brown. And you know what, John? There was like a gasp amongst the audience here, wondering whether or not that might have been an offensive charge call.
But, Glenn, it's just like Corcoran. They're banging Pond and Gorman up pretty hard in this game.
So the big guy for CBA picked up his 3rd foul. That's Tim Brown. It's not up on the scoreboard yet. And Gorman at the line with 18 seconds left. His team up by 7. We'll try to extend it here. He'll shoot 2. First one, no good.
Watertown a little off in their foul shots tonight, and they're very crucial. We're going to have a substitution here, number 14 for Watertown, Glenn.
Aaron Rivers, the senior, we didn't see him against Corcoran. As a matter of fact, the only sub we saw against Corcoran was Josh Woodward, the junior. So some experience coming out on the court, Aaron Rivers. And the second one good. It's now 50-42. And Gorman, just like you said, John Murphy, with 3 fouls, steps out for the moment, gets a big hand.
Paul Adams will talk to Matt here a few minutes to go.
15 seconds. Obviously, CBA setting up the last shot here. Look at Bedard. Look at that.
What a hustler for Tom Bernard.
Charlie Hustle. The new Pete Rose on the hardwood.
He's all over the place at Tom Bernard. What a hustler.
Doesn't look like Pete Rose, but that's kind of good. So CBA will try to finish things off here in the third quarter with the last shot, I'm assuming at least.
Tom Bernard, a senior, he doesn't want this to be his last game.
No, none of them do. And even the juniors don't want this to be the last game of the season because this is a glorious team.
Oh!
Loose ball, second, third effort, no good, and that will do it.
What a block once again by Sid Pond, the senior from Watertown.
He's the quiet giant. And going into the fourth quarter here at JCC for the Section 3 Class A semifinal against CBA, it's Watertown 50. The Brothers 42. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Right now, at FX Caprara Kia in Watertown, you can buy a brand new car loaded with options for under $10,000. Brand new Kias at used car prices. Buy new 4-door Kia Rios loaded at just $99.98. New loaded Kia Sportage 4x4s only $16,995. Or up to $3,000 cash back on select Kias. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile long-haul warranty. Remember, brand new Kias at used car prices at FX Caprara Kia on Outer Washington and Watertown, where FX marks the spot.
It was the early days of radio. Families gathered around their consoles to listen to the first radio shows. In 1926, listeners would also hear the world's first ever commercial. At the tone, it's Bulova watch time, and Americans set their watches. Even today, Bulova keeps a nation on schedule. And though life is moving faster than ever, America still runs on Bulova time.
Available at Waterbury Fine Jewelers.
And we're back. Kind of a discotheque atmosphere here, John.
Music with 8 minutes left to go.
I know. It's not necessary. There's enough charge in the air. And I dare say that, well, that's another issue. 50-42 going into the fourth quarter. It was scary in the first quarter. Obviously, there's a lot of ball game left. And the big thing here is, John, Gorman out for the moment. Oh, check that. He's back in the game. Sorry, to start things off here. So, Gorman with the basketball, as a matter of fact. Double teamed. He needs help. Turn around is, oh boy. Sid Pond there for the second effort. That's good. Double team. And if it doesn't work with him, obviously if you're double teaming somebody, someone's open, and that's Sid Pond in that situation. So he put it in for 2. 52-42, the largest lead of the game, and it's our Cyclones. It's good to see this, John.
Well, I hope so. I think Watertown is slowly wearing them down.
Delmonico for 3. No good. Boy, that's crucial.
Bernard, what a rebound.
Bedard is just all over the place. We were wondering, at the outset of the season, who would be the fifth man, and Bedard's proving why he is the fifth man for the Cyclones 2002.
Senior, he's a great team leader.
O'Reilly over to Sid Pond. Sid Pond just trying to get it to Gorman. He's teamed up there by Brown. Oh, boy.
Dante King for 3.
There's the weapon that CBA really hasn't seen tonight until that moment.
And it's going to be a timeout for CBA.
Coach Walensky calling timeout for his team.
And this is the first time I've seen Watertown on their feet tonight, Glenn.
It was a little scary there in the first quarter. And of course, many of these fans were at the high school this past week watching Corcoran. That game was almost lost in the fourth quarter. So people a little circumspect, to say the least, here in the fourth quarter at JCC. But as mentioned, it is still a decent lead, 55-42, 7:07 left. But it was at this juncture when things started to falter. Actually, at the end of the third quarter against Corcoran, where they started applying the pressure, and the three-point efforts from Martin, I believe, and Montgomery just went in one after another. They tied it after being down by 21. In this situation, however, Watertown walked away with the win there. CBA beat Fulton the other day, and CBA was supposed to win that game. However, the top seed Watertown Cyclone team here is looking pretty good here with 7:07 left. Just to mention about our sponsors, Sevens Photo, located on Court Street. They've been around since 1492 for all your photographic needs, plus the best processing in town. Not to mention the penny sale is going on all February. A couple of days still left. Penny sale at Sevens Photo. AAA Travel, of course, for all your travel needs. And also the Travel Center located in out of Washington Street, AAA Travel. Stratton Hardware right in front of the high school, your neighborhood hardware store. Back to the action. CBA with the basketball, however, not the lead. 55-42 here in the fourth quarter. The move there, Brown dishes it back out. That's Paulus. And
so far in the fourth quarter, momentum has been for Watertown.
Greg Paulus put it in for two. He's been somewhat silent in the last 5-6 minutes of play, but he put one in there for two. Ball went out of bounds. Watertown will regroup. CBA showing the press, and this is where it gets interesting.
Oh,
Bedard
they
loses
stole
it.
it.
That's not what you want to see with the basketball. That was Gall. Now at the top, that's Greg Paulus. Now a move, and nice bounce pass. Oh, no, Dante King got in front of it. Now the fast break. Dante King
throws it away.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it might have gone off one of the CBA players, Ben Gall.
He was trying to pass it to the side to Bedard, but it was a wild pass on the bounce.
So that's frustrating after the steal at the other end. But now CBA will regroup.
And you know CBA is not going to go away.
No, they're not. They're going to play right to the end. They're fighters, and they've had a winning tradition. There's Paulus getting through traffic. Dishes it outside, and it's good for three. Pat Blazeland.
Here we go.
He was hot in the first quarter. Now it's 55-47, an 8-point advantage. And look at the press shown here. They get around it. Dante King stationary at that point. Should have moved it up. Bedard finally gets it over midcourt. Now he's in trouble. Gets it over to Sid Pond, who in turn gets it over to O'Reilly for the shot. Off the board's no good. And you got to slow things up when you get position like that. They didn't. And now CBA regrouping on the other side. Open shot, left side. It's no good. But however, once again, CBA with yet another rebound. And who else? Greg Paulus with the basketball on the first clock. He'll slow things up. Tim Brown back over left side. And Paulus thought about a three. He's caught it there by O'Reilly. Somewhat of a taunting way of moving the basketball.
Paulus wants the ball.
He was setting up the pick, and now once again Brown sets up the pick, eliminating O'Reilly. Three-point effort, no good, and wow, look at that. Another rebound by CBA.
Dante King's going to get it, and it's going to be a foul shot.
So it's going to count as a two-pointer. It's now 55-49, plus the CBA player will go to the line to convert. And the fan support here were elated at that last play. Standing at the line, the big guy, Tim Brown. Tim Brown, 6'4". He's their center. 220-pound center at that. 3 fouls on the night, but he hasn't committed a foul, I believe, here in the second half. Maybe 1 foul. And it's up and it's good.
Oh, brick. But it went in.
Yeah, that's a good brick. And once again, applying the pressure. And Dante King's got to get over the line. Instead, he gives it to O'Reilly all the way. Oh, bad bounce pass there. But look at the turnaround effort by Gorman.
And there'll be a foul on Bedard over the back.
Wow. Watertown looking sloppy here, committing fouls.
Last 2 minutes, it's all gone CBA's way. The momentum had changed.
So Tommy Bedard picks up, let's see, I got him for 2 fouls. And CBA with the basketball, it's down by 5 with 5:05 left. Tim Brown dishes it back outside. They've been doing a lot of this, and they make the move, and Paulus stands outside and takes shots. He'll take another one. It's good. This time for 2. And now it's 55-52. It was a 11-point lead. Dante King. Oh, another bad pass.
Another bad pass.
But it stays on the Watertown side.
Oh, Watertown playing awfully sloppy the last 3 minutes.
So here's the situation.
And Paul Adam needs a timeout.
And not a bad call. Not a bad call at that. Which gives us a break in the action. We're going to step away for a few, John. But now with 4:45 left in this contest, it's Watertown 55. And CBA catching up 52. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.
A tradition of excellence. A. Cosby & Company at 619 Mill Street in Watertown is your memorial and monument specialist. 99 years of service to the North Country, providing the largest selection in 3 counties. Custom stone artwork, restorations, cleanings, sandblasting, and only the best granite and marble. All stone work is hand engraved on site. For the best memorials, monuments, and ornamentals, A. Cosby & Company, Mill Street, Watertown, when it matters to have the best.
Sales, service, and financing. You can have it all. Just see Widrick Auto Sales, locally owned and proudly serving Northern New York for over 18 years. At Widrick, you'll always find over 50 quality pre-owned vehicles in stock and, of course, affordably priced. Special financing is available for all civilian and military personnel. Just give us a call on the auto hotline at 788-1913 for pre-approval. Plus, Widricks will always back up your vehicle with great service after the sale. We've got it all at Widrick Auto Sales out of Washington Street, Watertown.
And we're back, and right at the buzzer, of course. Well, you know, we talked about it, John. We mentioned the Corcoran game. It deserves to be mentioned again with the catch-up play here by CBA in the fourth quarter. Maybe it's just a matter of a breakdown in the offense for Watertown, or for that matter, the defense, because it looks like the press has really hurt them in the Corcoran game, and it's hurt them again here. They're still up by 3. They got the basketball. That's Sid Pond out to O'Reilly. Don't take that shot. Gives it to Gorman, who's double-teamed. He needs help. He's quad-teamed. Now a move by O'Reilly, of all people. It's slapped away. No foul on the play, and CBA will take it. So the strategy there somehow or other broke down. O'Reilly took a layup, went through the traffic, and just was knocked down practically.
I think he was looking to pass it to either Pond or Gorman on that play.
CBA now down by 3. Their players standing up there. You can see them on the CBA network. Now they dish it outside. Paulus for 3. In and out. And once again, they get their own rebound. A loose ball, another rebound. This time by Tim Brown, who put it in for 2. 3 rebounds in the same possession. Now Bedard in trouble. He's got to get some help. And he calls a timeout.
It's not going Watertown's way.
So it's 55-54. 4 minutes left. The pressure mounts, and Watertown at this point really beside themselves in as far as what to do with the basketball. They're not reacting to the press well enough. They themselves haven't set up a press at all.
Well, CBA has been much quicker to the ball in the last 5 minutes than Watertown has.
4 minutes exactly. Quick mention of our sponsors: Arts Drug, FX Caprera, Severance Photo, AAA Travel, Stratton Hardware, Thousand Islands Internet, and Party Rentals. Big Apple Music. Cheney Tire, of course, has been supporting Steve all year long, as Shelby's, of course, as well. Widrick Auto and Rent-A-Wreck. You're watching this, of course, via Time Warner Cable on Channel 96. 30,000 households get at least a chance to see what happened here tonight at JCC, and we're proud to provide it for you via the Steve Wee Network. CBA basketball. Check that. Watertown with the basketball. And now CBA walking away from the press. It's down by 1. And that's got to be a foul.
Paulus again.
Now it's finally breaking the momentum, and hopefully it will go the Watertown way. O'Reilly had the basketball, clearly fouled by Greg Paulus. And once again, Greg Paulus unhappy. Talking to O'Reilly there, and it's going to be right in front of us. Let's see if we can get a piece of paper. I always try to maybe get on camera like Alvin. No, maybe not. But that's Bedard right in front of the table here at side court. You can see the inbound. It's going to be trouble. Gets it over to O'Reilly. Nice inbound by Bedard. Bedard takes it. O'Reilly over to Sid Pond, who out in Neverland. Remember, Gorman not in the game. He's got 3 fouls. They're going to save him.
Yep.
Oh, check it. I'm sorry. Gorman's right there. He's going to go up for the stuff, but he's fouled. That's got to be the game plan.
Oh, yeah. They're just roughing Sid Pond and Matt Gorman the whole game pretty bad. So they're going to make Watertown win it from the foul line.
For a second, for whichever reason, I thought Gorman was out. Obviously, he's in. He's at the line. He's up by 1. 3:40 left. He's going to look to extend it here. But obviously, Coach Adams perhaps talking the basics as far as what to do here in the final 3 minutes and 40 seconds, John. When they have the basketball, just get beyond the press and see if you could set up something. Even if Gorman is double-teamed, you got Sid Pond there for the effort underneath as well. But don't take those outside shots. That can kill you. 56-54, 3:35 left in the game. Section 3 Class A semifinal here at JCC. A packed house.
Watertown needs a turnover.
They really do. Tim Brown thought about it. Now Paulus goes through traffic. Oh, boy, no foul there. Loose ball. And let's see. Possession now pointing towards CBA.
They couldn't call a foul on Matt Gorman that time because his feet were definitely stationary and they were planted. And if anything, that would have been a charge on CBA.
I've never seen such an emotional player like Paulus, especially a freshman, but he obviously has the talent, so they're letting him get away with it. But nonetheless, CBA with the basketball. Up on top, that's Blaisland.
Once a crybaby.
Well, I know. Well, no, he's a great performer. Boy, what to look forward to in the next 3 years with him. Jumper for 3, short. And once again,
yes, Watertown with a rebound.
I thought CBA might have the rebound, but instead Sid Pond's going to bring it over midcourt. They're up by 2. Sid Pond 1-on-2. He'll wait for his teammates. Smart play there. Thought about giving it to Gorman. Instead, Bedard outside. Now Bedard needs help. Gives it to Pond. Jumper. Good.
Yes, Sid Pond again.
Sid Pond puts Watertown now up by 4. 2:44 left. 54. And now turnaround by Brown is no good.
And Matt Gorman with a rebound. This could be it.
Now the ball is bouncing Watertown's way. O'Reilly with the basketball. Not much of a press shown here. That is Paulus, however, giving things up.
The break Watertown was looking for.
Pond over to Bedard. Gorman chomping at the bit. Wants the basketball. Instead, Pond will take it for 2. No good. Not a good play there. 2:18 left in the game. Faster. Oh, actually, Paulus will slow things up and wait for his teammates. Looks like both sides are a little tired here. 3-point effort is no good. And look at that. O'Reilly, of all people, with the rebound. He was 20 feet away. Now he scrambles. Now he's got to get rid of it. And oh, boy, it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Adams.
Watertown with a big possession here, up by 4 with 2:03 to go. Paul Adams wants to sit him down and talk to him. This is going to be a big 2 minutes, Glenn.
And we'll be back right after this.
Sale prices, discounts, markdowns, it goes on and on and on. Now, all 6 FX Caprera locations bring you the real deal. Price Cheddar. 2002 Dakota Sport, $243 a month. 2002 Ram Pickup, $308 a month. 2002 Cavalier, $11,660. 2002 S10, $11,637. Price Cheddar. At FX Caprera in Pulaski, Alexandria Bay, Carthage, and 3 locations in Watertown, including the Salmon Run Mall. FX marks the spot.
Shelby's Delicatessen offers you more than just a great lunch. Proudly serving Pepsi products, featuring on-premise bakery with homemade cookies, muffins, pastries, cakes for all occasions, and sinful cheesecakes. Fresh breads and offering old-fashioned goodness Amish deli meats by the pound. Shelby's can cater any function, large or small. Call Shelby's at 788-3321 to cater your next special event. Shelby's Delicatessen, home of the big sandwich and much more.
And we're back.
Now, Glenn, does Greg Paulus, number 23, the freshman, does he have 4 fouls on him?
I got him listed as 3 fouls. And you know what? I should have had that prior to this, but I got him listed at 3. I got Chris at 3. Greg at only 2. Again,
yep.
you
they
probably
fouled on purpose that time. That's why I was asking. I guess.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that whenever they have an opportunity.
Like they said, CBA wants Watertown maybe to win the game from the foul line. Let's see what they're made of.
So they're going to send Bedard to the line. Bedard tonight. Stepping out, as the PA announcer said, you could probably hear it home. Anderson out, Delmonico back in.
Big foul shot.
It was a 1-and-1, and boy, 1-and-1s are so crucial. For obvious reasons. Bedard put the first one in. It's now a 5-point game. 59-54. 2:01 left. Bedard's second is good. Boy, he's a good player down here at the stretch in 2002. Paulus with the basketball. His team down, as mentioned, by 6 now. 1:54 left in the game. CBA's been playing tough all throughout. They're an excellent team.
Oh.
And
deflection by Bedard off Paulus.
Who could forget the play that Bedard had at the end of the Corcoran game, forcing the turnover, thus leading to a Watertown win after they squandered a 21-point lead. But now it's a different ball game. It's the next level, and they're up by 6 with 1:41 left in the game. That's Paulus orchestrating things here, setting things up. Brown setting up the pick against Bedard. Now Paulus makes a move to the left side.
Great defense by Watertown.
They really are. They're not letting it. Oh, 3-point effort by Paulus. No good. Short. Looks a little tired, too. Wow. O'Reilly needs help. And it's a jump ball. It's going to go to actually with Watertown, so it's a good play.
It's going to be a foul on number 24, Chris Paulus.
Oh, check that. I'm sorry. So Paulus picked up.
Number 20, Tom O'Reilly.
O'Reilly at the line. So if that was Paulus's 4th foul, and let's see, a sub coming in, you might expect, even with 1:24 left. Pat Blaisland coming back into the game. And stepping out as expected, Chris Paulus with 4 fouls.
Back in the game for CBA, number 32, Pat Blaisland.
And O'Reilly at the line. O'Reilly, an intense player. And the first one is no good. Crucial there, and look at that. Paulus. Check that. That's Paulus. Once we have another 24.
Watertown
So Paulus
is
is in the game. He had the rebound. He's got the... Both brothers are in there, and Greg Paulus almost loses it. Nonetheless, it's CBA basketball. Paulus for three. Good.
Oh, jeez. That's what they wanted at 107. Now down 60-57, Glenn.
So we're going to have a lot of timeouts from this point on, folks. Watertown with the three-point edge, 60-57, 107 left. Do not go away. We're coming back here on the Steve Weed Network for the final.
We're the name you know and trust. When you do it yourself, you can count on us. Count on us in every way. Why, it's lumber and building supplies. Quality and service since 1892. We're here helping people like you. White's lumber and building supplies. Helping you build to be the best.
If it's off-roading, big and nasty you want, we can do it.
If it's imports, low and fast, or looking good that you want, we can do it.
You need that Warren winch to pull you out, or Nerf bars to help you get in? Or how about a grill guard to help protect your front end?
Is it an intake upgrade, a custom exhaust, or a set of sweet wheels and low-profile tires your car needs?
Whatever you drive, whether it's a truck or SUV,
or a sport compact,
we here at Cheney Tire have what you want.
Is there anything these guys can't do?
Hi, I'm Andrea Plummer, and at Dealmaker Auto Group, we simply want to be your car company. From up here in Ogdensburg to right here in Theresa, to our two great locations in Watertown. We just want to serve you better. So take a look at these. Brand new Ford Rangers from 11.4. Brand new Chevy Cavaliers from 11.5. And at Dealmaker Dodge, brand new Dodge Caravans from only 15.9. So hurry into the Dealmaker store nearest you for great deals like these. Dealmaker Auto Group. Now there's an alternative.
And we're back. Both cheerleader squads out on the hardwood and showing off their athleticism. You didn't see it earlier, but I can tell you the CBA cheerleaders just look like the floor exercise from the Summer Olympics because they went from one end to the other. Very impressive.
1 minute, 7 seconds left in the game.
And as the PA announcer just announced, there's 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the game. However, Watertown with a three-point edge.
This should be a roller coaster ride.
We're going to keep it here right to the end, regardless of how many timeouts there are here on the Steve Weed Network. We will mention the sponsors, of course, including Severance Photo, AAA Travel, Stratton Hardware, Thousand Islands, Internet, Party Rentals. And now, once again, Watertown trying to struggle against the press. Sid Pond needs help. He's got to get it. Finally gets it from Bedard. Over the half court here. O'Reilly's got to slow things up. He does. That's the smart play. They're setting up all types of plays here. But now they're going to kill the clock as much as they can. Dante King back over to Bedard. And Gorman, of course, triple team. They're just not allowing it.
They got to come out on Watertown.
Wow.
Watertown just trying to. We're going to get a.
Gorman with the basketball. Sid Pond, he loses it, however, and he's fouled. Oh, my goodness. CBA is just incensed.
But anyways, CBA was planning on fouling Watertown.
Chris Paulus is out. That was his fifth foul. I thought he stepped out early, and maybe he should have. Now he's out for good. And remaining in the game, let's see, Delmonico, of course, in the game. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. They need another player. And I don't know. It looks like another timeout call, although I did not hear it. But both teams converging with the coaches.
The CBA is looking for a substitute.
Now, I know they had 4 men out on the court. I wonder if they still, one of your guys is out. But it's 60-57, back and down to 39 seconds left. It's incredible. Full house here at JCC here on the Steve Weed Network.
And Watertown has not had their best shooting night from the foul line. Well,
just bear in mind that CBA beat Fulton the other night. That's what got CBA here against Watertown. Watertown beat Corcoran on the home court. That was a tight one in the Steve Weed Network. And from this point on, it goes down to Manley Fieldhouse. I'm sure you'll be checking with your local papers and starting times for that game. That is, of course, if Watertown gets down there. There's 39 seconds left. Sid Pond is at the line. Plenty of basketball left. It's a 1-and-1. The first one is up, and it's short. Oh, boy, Matt Gorman couldn't get in position for, smart play there by 3-3 Tom Anderson knocking him out or keeping him out of the play.
33 seconds to go.
And now CBA setting things up, down by 3. Will they take the three-point shot? I would assume they'd have to. 23 seconds left.
O'Reilly all over Paulus. He will not even let him get near there. Watch him come out.
And a timeout called. So Coach Walensky didn't like the way his team was setting things up with only 18 seconds left. There's 15 seconds on the shot clock, thus a 3-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. We're going to keep it right here, of course, as mentioned. So what do you think? What's going to happen here, John?
Well, I think they're going to decoy with Paulus on this for the three-point shot, but I think a couple other players on this team is going to be taking the shot because Watertown is not going to let Paulus shoot the ball with 18 seconds to go.
And, of course, if Paulus is not the guy to take the shot, they would have to look for Delmonico. Now, with 18 seconds, a lot of things can happen, especially with, I believe, each team has at least 2 timeouts left. But 18 seconds, you're more than likely, I'm thinking three-point shot here.
Oh, it'd have to be. Or a quick 2, and then they would get into their fast break with maybe 12 seconds left to go.
Forcing a 1-and-1 situation from the line and hope for the best from that juncture. But I got to figure they're going to go from the outside. It's pretty obvious Greg Paulus is the go-to guy. And again, I've been saying, and I'll say it again, he is a freshman at 6'2", starting quarterback. His brother, the Chris Paulus, a starting junior. And I believe there's at least 2, perhaps even 3 other Paulus players playing other sports in both basketball and football. So there's a winning tradition there. Of course, our own Cyclone team has a lot of winning tradition, including the Gorman family. And not to mention all the other fantastic players. And just a fine performance tonight by Tommy Bedard, number 11. He's such a hustle plus. Tommy O'Reilly, a little sluggish in the first half, but he's picked up the pace here. He has not left the court. No one has, actually. Only Matt Gorman has. CBA with the basketball. 17 seconds left. Setting things up. Left side, that's number 3-2. That's
They got O'Reilly on Paulus.
Blaisland gives it up, and that's the right side, Delmonico.
O'Reilly's on Paulus. And Watertown's going to win this game.
I think you're right. And now a long shot. Oh, it's no good. 3 seconds left. Now unblocked. Another effort is good.
Yes, Watertown will win the game. They will win the game 60-59. I do believe if that basket counts.
It was a 2-pointer. It went in, but it was from 2-point land anyway, and they're looking to put 2 seconds back on the clock. Now the alternate referee, Chris Kamide, is now conferring with the scores keeper. Coach Adams went over there, took a look from over the shoulder of one of the referees to see what was going on. He's going back right now. Obviously, you don't want to go away from your set. This is the end of the game. The last shot did go in. The scoreboard is showing 60-59.
I don't see how there was 2 seconds left on the clock.
I think they're going to want to put at least a second back on the clock. That's my only guess here. There would be no other reason to confer with the scorer's table. But you got to figure, regardless, that was a tremendous inning, and you called it right, John. They put O'Reilly on Paulus. Now, as far as the matchup is concerned, and height-wise, that doesn't seem to be a good matchup. But O'Reilly's the type of guy that gets in your face, and he didn't, he provides that defense when you need it. Now they're still having the conference, as mentioned.
That was a good call by Paul Adams because he did put O'Reilly on Paulus on a boxing 1, and he shadowed him everywhere he went in the last 18 seconds. O'Reilly was on Paulus. Excellent call by Coach Paul Adams.
You have to admit, Greg Paulus, was somewhat neutralized, for the lack of a better. Oh, that will do it. The game is over. Fantastic. Coach Adams.
Unbelievable.
Coach Adams is just elated, more so than I've ever seen him. And why not? It's been a fantastic, glorious season.
Well, Coach Adams, that was a fantastic game, just like the Corcoran finish. This one seems a little bit better.
Well, I'll tell you, we beat a great basketball team tonight. Corcoran wasn't one of the better teams in Syracuse this year, but they're always one of the top teams, but they weren't this year. CBA with 2 losses in the schedule that they play, we beat a damn good basketball team tonight to win this basketball game. It was just what I told you. It was the guards against the big guys. Our big guys dominated inside. Their guards dominated the shooting from the outside. They made, I think, their first 12 points were 4 threes. And, we're on them, and they're still making them. So we knew it was going to be a tough ball game.
You neutralized Paulus in the end there. Plus, you set up O'Reilly. Was that part of the plan with 6 seconds left?
Well, what we did the last 30 seconds, we went to a triangle and 2 that we have not used all game. We went man-to-man on Paulus and man-to-man on Delmonico, their best 2 shooters, because we knew they needed 2 threes. And by that, they had to give the ball to somebody else. And as it was, the guy drives the basket, not knowing that 2 points doesn't do it. And, when he drove the basket, as long as we don't foul, the game's over.
Over.
And the defense worked at that particular time, and the kids played great.
Pressured you all game, and yet you got around that. A little sloppy there towards the end, but you finished it off, and you made that strategic end, that change in the defense that made the difference.
Well, their philosophy is to wear us down. They know we play 5 or 6 players. So they think they wear us down the first 3 quarters. We're going to run out of gas like we did against Corcoran the last game. We didn't run out of gas against Corcoran. We just stopped playing. You know, my guys can go the distance. They can go 32 minutes. They've done it all year long in the big games. And they know they're going to play 32 minutes, and they got the weekend to rest. And then next week we go back to work again.
Now it's down south of here to Manley Fieldhouse against either Nottingham or Henninger. What are you going to do this week to prepare your team?
Well, number 1, I'm going to take a couple days off. Number 2, we're going to go down and watch the Syracuse game on Sunday as a team. We won Coaches versus Cancer tickets, so we got free tickets to that game. That's something the kids will get excited about. Then Monday we'll go back to work. Tomorrow afternoon I'll probably be in Syracuse scouting Henninger and Nottingham. So, you know, there's no rest for the worry in this business, you know.
Continue.
And Henninger, I would think, would beat Nottingham. I'm pulling for Nottingham. I think we match up better with them. But Henninger is just awesome. We're going to have our hands full with Henninger, but it's a challenge that we're up for, and we want to do it.
We'll be there with you, of course, with the Steve Wee Network. And, Coach, fantastic season, fantastic game tonight. Congratulations.
Support all year. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach. You know, I'm going to run upstairs, see if we can talk to Matt Gorman. From what I understand from the scorers table, he had 30 points tonight. Fantastic performance, as did all the other Cyclone team members. Let's go upstairs right now. Gorman, fantastic game. 30 points. You had 25 up until halftime, and you really controlled the flow there when things weren't working well for the Cyclones tonight. But then you sort of double, sometimes triple. Sometimes I thought I saw 4 guys on you tonight. How did you keep your poise and posture throughout all that?
Well, I mean, I'm so used to it. It'd be like triple team and stuff, so I mean, it doesn't really affect me that much. And I mean, when I got the ball in the second half, I got fouled. So I mean, they want to foul, they can build up their foul. So we ended up getting to the foul line. So it helped us out a bit in the end.
The combination between you and Sid Pond, if he wasn't assisting you, you were assisting him underneath, and then plus your outside shooting tonight, a lot of confidence. Obviously, that's why you got as many as 30 points this evening.
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid to shoot it from outside. Neither is Sid. And when we work together, it's a deadly combo, and most teams can't stop it.
Now, this year has been obviously a successful year. The next level will either be Nottingham or Henninger. Do you know anything about either team?
We know Henninger's probably the best team down in Syracuse, and they got it all. They got guards, they got big guys. So, I mean, if they go to Manley, we know we got to get big prepared for them. So, I mean, it's going to be a big game. And Nottingham is a scrappy team just like Corcoran, and they're fast and athletic. So, I mean, both teams will be a challenge for us.
Now, of course, Watertown has a lot of experience because of your success last year. Do you think you're a better team in 2002 than last year?
Our confidence is definitely higher, which makes us a better team. So, I mean, we're going to go in there and do what we do, and we know how to do it, so we're going to get it done.
30 points tonight, Matt Gorman, the star center, going to Syracuse University next year. And we're real happy to bring all the action with Mr. Gorman this year, and we wish you all the luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt Gorman. And that will wrap things up here at the locker room interview here on the Steve Wee Network, our first, Steve. And we hope to do that at the winning end of the next game, either against Nottingham or Henninger. But we'll keep you up to date on all that on the Steve Wee Network. And until then, I'm Glenn Curry, and for everyone for the Steve Wee Network, you have a good night. Good night.